when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Yes. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever I'm in trouble, will you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Whenever I'm in trouble, will you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. And I'm there for you too. Love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the way to get a Sunday morning started. Woo! Good morning, and welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Cincinnati. I am Reverend Connie Simon, and I am delighted to be here this morning with you, to be your minister and to minister with you in this urban community. Located on the ancestral grounds of the Adena, the Hopewell, the Miami, and the Shawnee people, this community welcomes all with love. Though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, we invite you to come yet again. Come. Over the course of this service, you may hear things that you're interested in. You may want to know more about our programming, our community, or the events that are coming up. If there's something that piques your interest and you want to know more, please send an email to member-care@firstuu.com, and we will be glad to get back with you. For now, let us prepare to enter into a time of worship.
We light this chalice as a symbol of our faith. We are Unitarians with minds that think, with hearts that love, and hands that are ready to serve. Together, we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world. That was by Alicia, Aisha Hauser, and Susan Lawrence. Please join me in singing our vision song, which will be, the words will be on the screen.
You moved things around on us this morning. Usually this is the time when we would be getting ready to get into our story for all ages, but instead, while our youth are with us, we're going to celebrate our joys and our sorrows. Those things that have happened to us, good and bad, and everywhere in between since last we were together. In this world of wonder and world of awe, there are mysteries that we cannot explain, that we don't even try to understand. Sometimes those mysteries come to us as unexpected blessings. Sometimes they come to us in the form of unexpected grief. Still, however they come, we know we can handle them when we are blessed with the power of community, when we know that we're there for one another, that we will stand, sit, stride, roll, glide, whatever, with one another. So the words of this morning's song informed us we can do anything when we are together. So, to honor our joys and sorrows together, we place stones in water. The stones representing those things that are on our hearts, those joys, those sorrows, those wishes and hopes. The water representing the power of love in community. Water that has been blessed by those assembled here for the last 3.5 years. So I invite you to come forward, up the outside and back down the center aisles, to drop a stone in water so that the water may amplify your joys and soothe your sorrows. Please come forward. I love this. and comforts flee. Lord of the helpless, please abide with me. Hope of the hopeless, light of those living in darkness, abide with me. We're going to drop 3 final stones in our water. One for all those that we've named, for all those experiencing joys. We drop a stone in water. For all of those whose names we don't know. For all those experiencing things that we don't know about, we drop a stone in water. And one more stone for those whose names and joys and sorrows and struggles are buried deeply within our hearts. I invite you now to join me in a moment of silent meditation, reflection, or prayer. As you enjoy these beautiful flowers from Sally Behringer, the band will now share with us a musical selection in response. And you have to know that when I asked what these flowers were for, Sally said that 7 of her 14 family members have birthdays in April and May. So enjoy this song and think about the, what's the word I want? Fertility of the Behringer family.
I come to sing a song about hope. I'm not inspired much right now, but even so, I came out here to sing a song, so here I go. I guess I think that if I tinker long enough, one might appear. And look, it's here. One verse is done, the work's begun. I come to sing a song about hope. In spite of everything ridiculous and sad, though I'm beyond belief depressed, confused, and mad, well, I got dressed. I underestimated how much that would take. I didn't break until right now. I sing of hope and don't know how. So maybe I can substitute strength because I'm strong. I'm strong enough. I got through lots of things I didn't think I could. And so did you. I know that's true. And so we sing a song about hope. Though I can't guarantee there's something real behind it, I have to try to show my children I can find it. And so today, when life seems crazy and impossible to bear, it must be there. Fear never wins, that's what I hope. See, I said hope, the work begins. So maybe I can substitute strength because I'm strong enough. I got through lots of things I never thought I could, and so did you. I know that's true. And so we sing a song about hope. Though I can't guarantee there's something real behind it, I have to try to show my children I can find it. And so today, when life seems crazy and impossible to bear, it must be there. Fear never wins. That's what I hope. See, I said hope, the work begins.
I have to go on after that. It's a very holy time for Abrahamic religions. Muslims are in the middle of Ramadan, Christians are just wrapping up Lent, and our Jewish friends and neighbors will start Passover this Friday. If you've ever done a cursory comparison of these religions, you would know there's a lot that they hold in common. One belief that they share is the belief in sharing and caring for your friend and your neighbor and your sibling and the stranger. Unitarian Universalism, having grown from Abrahamic roots, shares this conviction. And it is with this theological understanding that I share with you today's story, after which, children, I will meet you outside the sanctuary.
The Greatest Table by Michael J. Rosen, illustrated by Becca Statlander. The greatest table isn't set inside a single home. Oh no, it spans the continents, and no one eats alone. The table in your dining room, a picnic bench, a tray, a beach blanket, breakfast in bed, a small sidewalk cafe. The midway at a county fair, a shelter amid a storm. A roadside tent, a campfire site where families share the warmth. Each one is just another leaf in one uncommon table, where all the guests have cooked or baked or brought what they are able. Where all of us can help ourselves and all of us are fed, and no one has been turned away with only rice or bread. The greatest table, like a tree, is growing leaf by leaf and broadening its canopy to welcome more beneath. Its tablecloth is flowering and covers every lap with untold fruits that ripen right here. Its roots, a global map. Whatever's grown is plentiful and raised with humane care, so generations far from ours will have an earth to share. The tide as well are table leaves, a feast wholly submersed, and streams and ponds all teem with life, where all can quench their thirst. And always in the company, there's someone we can toast. An elder, an infant, long-lost friend, a sudden guest, the host. And you should hear the grace that's said. It's not a single prayer. The thankfulness in every face is more than words can share. The next time you sit down to eat, the greatest table's set, connecting you with each of us who hasn't eaten yet. So if you're hungry, join us here. Pull up another chair. We'll all scoot over, make more room. There's always some to spare. There is an old saying, when you have more than you need, build a longer table, not a higher wall. And in justice work, we talk about making room at the table. But I wonder, what does that mean to you? And is that really all that's needed?
Go now in peace, let the Good morning. My name is Karen Rohr, and I am the chair of the Carter Social Justice Team. The members of the team are Alan Atkinson, Debbie Davidson, Amanda Oney, Lisa Davis Roberts, Tom Rohr, Patricia Rohr, and me. We renamed the team to honor Reverend Carter for his ardent activism, which lasted for all the 44 years he lived in Cincinnati. He led protests at City Hall advocating for food and housing. He helped people who could not read apply for welfare. I'm going to go off script for a second here. I don't think we could have a Carter Social Justice Sunday without mentioning the awesome events that happened this week. I was crying when I heard, not Justice yet, but Judge Ketanji Jackson Brown talk about how this was the dream of slaves. So we just have to do a shout out to her and to the people that got her there. So what is social justice? This is a question that our team has struggled with. It's not only about color. It's not only about gender. It's not only about religion. It's not only about ableism, LGBTQ, or ageism. It's about all of them, and probably more. Some members of our community face barriers that keep them from reaching their full potential. Think of it as a race, with one lane having hurdles that need to be jumped over, while some have a clear lane to run in. But taking down the hurdles is not enough. We don't just need equality, we need equity. Many of the members of our congregation have joined First Church because of our community work, because of our social justice activism. So how do we support the organizations in our community that work for justice? We directly support our 4 focus groups. We regularly send out sign-up geniuses for volunteers at the food pantry and IHN. We have volunteers that commit 1 hour a week to tutor kindergartners at South Avondale Elementary. And again, off script, because I am one of those volunteers, the kids that go through our program do significantly better on their 4th grade reading tests than others do. And we are going to renew our efforts to turn out the vote this summer. All this work is supported by First Church volunteers and a monthly Share the Plate collection. In addition, every year, we ask members of our community to suggest outside organizations that they believe deserve a plate collection. But we have other ways of financially supporting outside organizations. Last year, fiscal 2021-22, between the endowment fund and last year's Carter Social Justice Sunday plate collection, we had close to $6,000 to contribute. That, guys, is awesome. As a New Yorker would say it, it was awesome. What you contribute this month will be given away in 2022-23. But I'd like to introduce you to the organizations who have received our support this year. Lisa Davis Roberts will explain more about the contributions First Church, through your generosity, are making this year. Again, off script, Lisa worked really, really hard to put this together, and so did Patricia Rohr, and I want to give for them.
Welcome to Social Justice Sunday. Our team oversees a variety of activities, most of which are boots on the ground support to local organizations such as Shiloh Pantry, IHN, and South Avondale Elementary School. Another responsibility for the social justice team is the stewardship of funds that are made available from the church's endowment fund and the Carter Social Justice Fund. Together, these funds equal about $6,000 this year. The social justice team works together to identify organizations to receive support from First Unitarian Church. We seek organizations that are aligned with our 7 UU principles. Most urgently, we're looking for organizations that honor and lift up the dignity of all people, recognizing that we are all interconnected. I also consider that we call ourselves an urban congregation, and I've sought out organizations that serve our close neighbors. In February, you responded to a call from the social justice team to suggest organizations that you would like us to consider funding for 2022-23, next year. The team will review those suggestions at our next meeting. Today, I am sharing with you the organizations that we have selected for the current 2021-22 fiscal year. As I mentioned, we have $6,000 to distribute. There are 6 organizations. Each one will receive $1,000. Thank you to the social justice team for their thoughtful review of these suggestions, and especially to Karen and Patricia Rohr for making this presentation possible today on a week when most of us are out of town. It really does take a village, And as you'll see, these recommended organizations excel at creating a community of caring and support to some of our most vulnerable neighbors. The 6 organizations are the Ohio Justice and Policy Center, the Contact Center and Over the Rhine, Refugee Connect, Housing Opportunities Made Equal, the Community Builders for the Avondale Grocery Project, and Found Village. We asked each organization to give us a very short video introducing themselves to us, and here they are.
Hello, my name is LaTanya Springs and I am the Assistant Director here at Housing Opportunities Made Equal, acronym HOME. You can reach us at 513-721-HOME, 513-721-4663. HOME's mission is to eliminate illegal housing discrimination. HOME advocates and enforces housing regulations for all protective classes and promotes stable, integrated communities. Housing Opportunities Made Equal has an enforcement team that works to eliminate housing discrimination. We have a tenant advocacy program that handles tenant landlord complaints. We have a education and outreach for organizations or groups who would like to know more about illegal housing discrimination. And we also have a research and advocacy coordinator who basically researches different housing complaints, issues inside and outside of the greater Cincinnati area. Housing Opportunities Made Equal has been an organization that has been in existence since 1968 under the guise of the Federal Fair Housing Act. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Kristen Burgoyne, and I am the Executive Director for Refugee Connect. Refugee Connect is a private nonprofit located in the greater Cincinnati area, and we provide services to the refugee population living in greater Cincinnati and in northern Kentucky. Our mission is to connect refugees with resources to rebuild their lives as United States citizens. We define refugees as people who are forced to flee their country to escape persecution or war. Our vision is that our collaborative network of resources and community navigators becomes the model for the successful integration of refugees. In 2018, we became our own independent nonprofit, and our programs help refugees navigate the various systems, new cultural norms, and we help reduce the language barrier so that they can thrive in their new communities. Our core programs include our Refugee Empowerment Initiative, which brings together over 100 community leaders and organizations who are dedicated to providing culturally responsive services to refugees with the goal of facilitating collaborative efforts and relationship building between organizations and people so that they can enhance their service delivery models. Connect had to pivot pretty quickly from being co-located primarily in Cincinnati public schools to providing more direct support services that were community-based. We did this by deploying 8 community navigators who are representative of the populations that we serve. Our community navigators speak 9 languages in addition to English. They are either refugees, former refugees, or immigrants themselves. They really add value to these families' lives because they are connectors. So their job is to identify families in need, to work with them, providing native language support, connecting them to the various resources that already exist across the city, and to make sure that they are on a path to thriving as a family. And we work with families around their individualized goals, and we tailor our support to each family based on their individual needs. We really appreciate the support of our community, and we appreciate your support through this fundraising effort. Thank you for all that you do to be a champion for our organization.
The Avondale Town Center is home to residents of all incomes, thanks to a funding partnership led by the nonprofit organization, the Community Builders. Avondale Town Center is also a vibrant shopping center that opened its doors in 2019. Now, after more than 14 years as a food desert, historic Avondale is getting a new grocery store. The Market is a Black-owned family business that will offer fresh, healthy food to the community. With the support of a coalition of neighborhood partners, the Market will offer Avondale families a convenient destination for meat, produce, dairy, deli, and bakery, along with pantry staples. The Market was developed in collaboration with Avondale residents. With the generous support of local partners, another good thing is coming to Avondale.
Hi there, my name is Shannon Young, and I'm the Director of Community Engagement at Found Village. Found Village exists to empower teens from hard places to reach their full potential. What that looks like is working with teens in the Hamilton County area that have been involved with multiple systems. That is generally the foster care system and the juvenile court system. They've experienced a lot of hard things, have experienced significant trauma. However, we believe that they have some amazing potential inside of them already, that they just need a little support, relationships, creating a sense of belonging that will help unlock all of this great potential that every person has naturally. And so we work with young people one-on-one in coaching and mentoring relationships, and we build a community of support around them. So relationships are key, and our goal is actually to work with them for the long haul. If a young person comes to us at the age of 14, which is the average age, our goal is actually to work with them until they reach adult independence. Our goal is actually thinking that'll be around 25. So some of our older young adults are around 21 right now, and they're working on really practical things like livable wage jobs, reliable transportation, affordable housing, healthy relationships, a sense of community. So some really important things. And particularly for our young people 18 to 25, we want to build a community of support around them so that ultimately they can mobilize out of poverty and just really have amazing lives for themselves and their future families. Thank you so much for your support.
All I grew up around was, the most negative things you can think of, drugs, guns. Quite naturally, I grew up doing the same thing, selling drugs, but I sold drugs to survive, to take care of my family. Well, unfortunately, one night, someone tried to kill me. They kicked the door open and started just shoot up the place. So I returned fire, and one of my friends got shot. I didn't know that it was me who, shot her, Veronica Jackson, a very good friend of mine. 3 days later, they charged me with murder. I was devastated. I was sentenced to 29 years to life. So my world was over with. I thought that was it for me. But something just said, don't give up, keep going, keep going. I kept going.
The Ohio Justice and Policy Center is a public interest, nonprofit law firm that provides free legal representation to people in the criminal legal system, and also works to bring about policy reforms to make our criminal legal system more fair, more just, more humane. There are three big problems with our criminal legal system. we over-incarcerate. The other problem is that it's racially skewed. And last but not least, once people finish their time, it continues and it continues because we have all these laws on the books that restrict the ability of people to just live their lives, get jobs, support their families, and move on.
When you give a guy a lot of time, you just throw him away pretty much. You're just saying there's no second chance for him. That's it. His mistake is going to cost him the rest of his life. Give us a chance to show you that we are more than our mistakes. We are better than our past.
None of us wants to be judged forever by the worst thing that we've done. Our work affirms that principle. I first met Angelo Robinson in 2011. He had a medical issue that he needed help with, and we filed a lawsuit and got him the help that he needed.
After the surgery, I was asking David about my case because I didn't feel that I should have been sentenced to 29 years to life when it was an accident.
We developed this project called Beyond Guilt, which is a project that exists to free people who are overpunished, who don't dispute their guilt and can demonstrate rehabilitation. And when we launched that project, we thought nobody better than Angelo Robinson to be our first client. We approached the prosecutor, explained Angelo's situation. Angelo Robinson walked free, and he is soaring today.
I just purchased a new home on the west side of Cincinnati. I purchased a new dog also. It's a fresh start, you know.
We need everybody coming together. We need faith leaders, business leaders, law enforcement leaders saying enough's enough.
It's like everyone showed me that there's still love, there's still human, there's still compassion. People still want to help. You're changing lives. You're giving hope. It's just a lot going on here. That's just amazing. And there's no other place like it.
Barham, and I'm with the Contact Center. I've been with the Contact Center for over 20 years, working on welfare issues and things like that. And now working on the child tax credit that helped families this year get a little extra money in their pocket to handle the situations that's going on. Also, we have done a lot of things, with helping people get back on track. I receive food stamps, and so I continue to receive food stamps even though I am 72 years old, but I'm here with the Contact Center and still working, period.
All right, my name is Will, and I'd just like to piggyback on what Cassandra just talked about. The Contact Center has been involved in these organizing efforts in our community for years. Right now, one of the things we're trying to bring to the attention of lawmakers is this earned income tax credit for seniors without qualifying children. We think that's going to be a big benefit for these people who kind of fall through the cracks of the bureaucratic red tape of Washington and the government. So we're making sure that we advocate very strenuously for the earned income tax credit to be available to seniors without qualifying children. If they earn over a certain amount, they can't receive it. But if they earn under that amount, I think it's $21,000, they can receive up to $1,500 in earned income tax credit. So we're excited about that. Another thing we're excited about is the Medicare dental piece, which is not in place right now. But I'm a person who really needs dental care. But because I'm retired and don't have a Medicaid, I can't get it under Medicare. So we've been, again, advocating very strenuously for that legislation to get passed in Congress because we believe it would help a whole lot of people, certainly people like myself. I'm 70 years old myself. I'm retired, and I'm trying to make ends meet, but I can't afford to go to a dentist because it's just too expensive. The infrastructure bill is another piece of legislation we're happy to say we were really proud of helping in that effort. People at the Contact Center, including myself, Cassandra, and Lynn Williams, were really advocating and doing a lot of work around that issue to make sure that this infrastructure bill, which covers tunnels, bridges, roads, etc., is passed. But we also need the Biden Build Back Better infrastructure bill for people. And that's the one that's still sitting in the Senate that never got passed the House, but never got through the Senate. And we're still trying very hard to get our legislators to get behind that bill and pass that bill as well. We feel we're very proud of our record in terms of these issues, and we've been continuing to double down and trying to redouble our efforts to make sure that we try even harder in 2022 to make this happen for us at the Contact Center. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And so here we are, just getting things together, you know, child tax credit, the infrastructure, Build Back Better bridge, you know, definitely that bridge. So thank you.
So here comes, am I on? So here comes why I'm here. These are the organizations that we're giving to because of your generosity last year. And so please be generous again this year. And I want to thank Lisa Davis Roberts because a lot of these organizations we would not have known anything about. And she just joined our team. I keep saying committee. She just joined our team within the last year and has been a tremendous help. So thank you, Lisa. Please, you can give many ways. You can text GIVE to 513-717-7373. If you're on the Breeze network, and I always do it this way, click Breeze, click Give Now, and give to this month's community sharing plate. Or you can go online at www.firstuu.com, or you can mail your check to 536 Linton Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45219. And please be generous. These organizations need our support. Thank you.
Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love's in need of love today. Stop the chain, pass it on right away. Hate's gone round, breaking many hearts. Stop it now before it's gone too far. Ooh, 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 ooh. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and at will if you let it destroy everybody. We must all take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then hear me when I say it's that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. You know that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many, many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. Love, L-O-V-E, love's in need today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. L-O-V-E, love.
What an absolute treasure these people, this band, is to our church. Before we close, I want to read one brief writing from Edward Everett Hale. It's my favorite, and I always think of it when I think of social justice. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. And as we extinguish our chalice, please join me with saying the words on your screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts till we are together again.